We just wait for 5 lights to go here for the feature race in Zandvoort. It's lights out and away we go. Jumping the start there is F2RS Toby, but it's a clean start for Bino Bentel as he scoots away there in front. Dylan James GP is already going to try and take second place off the championship leader Rapid. Fails to do so. It's been mostly clean. King there has fallen down behind. Rocket RMD3 making a move up to 6th place. But no real moves towards the front there. 10-second time penalty for King for exceeded track limits. That's not what he will have wanted after a rough sprint race. But the speed on Awaken's car at the moment, they're going through Sector 1. He looked like he was going to mount a challenge on Dylan, but unfortunately hasn't managed to.
Oh, Dylan wobble,
with a little bit of wheel spin there. He's obviously touched the curb a little bit too much. That curb, watch that corner. It is a very, very dangerous curb to ride, and it can often lead to a collision. As Awakens there, down the inside, Dylan James GP is going to try and make a response through the hairpin. It's all been clean so far, as pushing each other very wide there as Awakens up into 3rd place, but can he maintain the position? Dylan James GP will fight it all the way to the final corner, and he's still on the inside there. This is brilliant racing.
Remember how this ended in the sprint race? Oh, crikey. But no contact this time round, and Dylan James GB falling back to 4th then. I Awakens winning round 2 in that battle, and Joel GP might now try and line up the man 2nd in the championship. This will be music to the ears of Rapid, who is still up in 2nd place and 7/10 back from pole sitter Bentel, who's finally able to flex his muscles out there. It's Dylan James GP back down the inside, thought better of it. And I think,
a collision.
Yeah, he's made contact. That's what's happened. We've got a 4-way fight really for what is P3 on the road. No, sorry, P2 I should say. P2 on the road with I Awaken to the lead of that train, and Joel GP nearly running him into the back as there's contact. The VAR taking each other out.
It's the 2 of them.
Oh my goodness
so
me!
Crucial for the championship. That's a big collision there, and that's Rapid, I think, who suffered the most with damage.
It is. It was I Awakens who just been let past by his teammate, having a massive tank slapper and wiping his teammate out with him. That's huge for the championship. Massive damage on both cars, and that could basically be both of them out, I think. No safety car involved.
Bino Bentel, of course, Joel GP is on the softer compound tyres. Dylan James GP and Bino Bentel on the hard compound, so they're going to be playing the long game. Most people behind them, the 2 Premers and Joel, are all on the soft, so they're going to have to pit first unless Joel can manage his tyres.
Joel GP
into the wall. So I'm assuming that we'll be getting a pit stops for the current hard compound runners. About roughly lap 11, lap 12, as I've noticed the softs tend to run for about 8 to 9 laps before they typically die out. I'm judging that based off of the 2 Premers. Never mind.
Wrong. Welcome to the pit.
James GP. I mean, I was a little bit correct. I did say lap 11 or 12, but obviously he's the first stopper. Could he potentially be trying the undercut here? As you know, a little bit of a strategic play coming in there, as Bino Bentel optionally chooses to stay out. As Dammers also comes into the pits, Awakens diving in as well, likely to take on some more fresh soft compound tyres.
James GP, I'm just watching him on this outlap from the pits, absolutely smashing it, hitting every apex he can. Now, the undercut didn't work for the Bremers, so it'll be interesting to see what happens to Bino Bentel as he dives into the pits, as we expect. There was quite the gap, about 2 seconds roughly. So that's our reference, and we'll see what it increases or decreases to after this stop. Onto the soft compound tyres then for the race leader. Does he come out in the race lead? We will have to wait and see. Harry and Hazardtime have also pitted, so he will come out near the front, but look at his teammate, and it's going to be quite close, I think, between these two. But Bino Bentel out of the pits and 2.2 seconds. So roughly no advantage for either driver. There is, of course, the aspect of Ben having to warm up his tyres, so that gives to then James GP, who's got a nice heat cycle through those soft tyres, those red wall softs already, a little advantage, but not enough to make up 2 seconds, I don't believe.
Worth an Emone at the moment, back in 3rd now on the hard compound tyres. He's got Harry 3-3, who's currently on fresh softs. He just came in the pits in response to Bino. He's going to have DRS advantage, and he's looking very racy as Dylan sets the new fastest lap, a 120 flat in that Charouz car. As we see Harry 3-3 going for the move. He's going to have to go the long way round into turn 1. And Worth and Emon holding the inside line, trying to fight it through turn 1, but he's not got enough pace there to be able to manage it. And Harry Free does take the next podium place. Considering he's not got his main teammate, VSOR Tim there, he's doing a fantastic job, and he's currently in the podium positions.
And I'll tell you what, this is a rather phenomenal showing for the man leading this race at the moment. 2.9 seconds clear of Dylan James GP. Could this be the man who takes the fight to Dylan at the top of the standings? He's a long way back, obviously, at the moment. Only 9 points to Dylan's 67 coming into the weekend. But he's had a lot of bad luck along with that. Lots of mistakes, lots of spins and incidents that weren't necessarily his fault. But it's all going right for him so far. Now, we are now on the penultimate lap, lap 18 of 19, and will we see any more changes? Well, this is the one which is most likely to come to pass. It's Dammers in 6th, Rockin in 5th, and could they just well swap round in the next couple of laps?
Bino Bentel, the Brit, finally getting his moment in the sun. Do not discount this man in the championship fight. He's made an absolutely colourful impression in this race as he wins the feature race in Zandvoort. Dylan James GP makes it a 1-2, and that's Charouz, pole position, sprint race win, and the feature race win. It is absolutely dominant for the Charouz team. Harry Free getting a podium for MP. It's Dutch delight for MP Motorsport. There you go, I got to say it.
Look at the battle for 5th. Oh, that was close.
Oh, that was close between them two.
Yeah, it was Rockin that just held on in the end. Ahead of Dammers in 5th and 6th, has a time 7th. And then, of course, the VAR cars, Rapid and iAwakens. Oh, what could have been. We're going to have another drag race to the line, potentially there for 9th. iAwakens beating Toby. Then Mika, the last of our finishers.